It's my favorite hour of the week, although we are recording this on Valentine's Day, so maybe my second favorite hour of the week.
Oh my gosh. With those hips, I think it's safe to say this will be your favorite hour.
We'll get to that coming up. It's the most fun I can have with my clothes on.
Keep in mind he limped down into this room. So I don't know, man.
Netflix and chill.
Even when we got nothing to talk about, there's nowhere I'd rather be. 'Cause there's something about you and me just sitting around talking Scheetz.
Talking Scheetz, there is Dan Davidson. We give him name mentions because we didn't pay him a cent for that. Royalties. Yeah. If he ever comes back, his lawyers, we're in trouble.
Yeah, the royalties are just us saying thank you every single episode.
Thank you, Dan. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Dan. It is Talking Scheetz. Quick reminder, I was listening to a financial podcast earlier in the day. Ooh, was that interesting?
Did you learn something?
Yeah, it talks about retirement and how much money you need to retire and what you need to do with your money once you get to that point. But the one thing that the only thing I remember from the whole thing was when he said, hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment on the platform you enjoy this podcast on, because that helps us grow and continue to do what we do.
Yeah.
So please do that. Like, subscribe, for example, on YouTube. We're still trying to get to 750. If we get to 750, Care comes on the show. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not out of the question.
If we get to 500, we'll get my granddaughter Leona on the show. If we get to 1,000, I don't know.
Taylor Swift.
Okay. Now you did it.
Almost every other podcast I listen to is much better at self-promotion than we are. We never remember to ask people to do things, but
no.
We just complain about YouTube, but never do anything about it.
And no disrespect to the Scheetz heads, but they are this in a lot of cases. This is their one and only podcast, so maybe they don't even know how to comment. I wouldn't know how to comment. I've listened to podcasts before. I've downloaded them because if you download them, we actually get to see those numbers, and that helps us
a lot more than streams. Yeah,
it does. But I've never commented or liked or rated, and so in fairness, who am I to ask you to do that when I don't do it myself?
No, but if you're like, hey, this is my favorite hour of the week, or you enjoy listening, definitely really helps if you share a comment on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, or anything. Yeah, or share a review. I don't know if we've ever asked for reviews, but we have some.
Okay,
so that's great on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So that you want to, unless you don't like us, then don't.
No, don't. Do as I say, not as I do. But I'm going to start reviewing and liking the podcasts I listen to because, in fairness, they don't cost me a cent. It's awesome, and these people are working hard behind the scenes. I know I am working so hard for this podcast.
So hard, yeah.
I just sweat equity I've got into this show. So much of it.
It's your favorite hour of the week because it's the only hour you put in effort in this podcast.
Wow, that's so true. All right, well, let's get into it, shall we? Good Scheetz, and again, we're also we do this because we can justify it because of sponsors, of people that allow us to make this happen as well. And one of those is our good friends at Alt Tech. And you're going to be going out for lunch with Allison this week from Alt Tech.
We're going to chat all things Alt Tech.
Yeah. Which is going to be awesome.
Scheetz. It'll be great.
Yeah, absolutely. They are a trusted IT partner and proud supporter of Alberta Dreams, the charity that I work for that delivers dreams to seriously and chronically ill children across the province. Strong communities start with secure businesses. Learn more at alttech.ca. Alttech. Yes.
Alt.
Go.
This happens every time. alt-tech.ca. I should just always do that, Reed.
You probably should do it.
Yeah, so visit alt-tech.ca to learn more.
Okay, let's go. Again, these are just positive things that have happened in our lives. Not a positive, but I'm looking at the positive of it. Baillie mentioned that I limped down here. That's a minor understatement. Yeah. About 4 or 5 days ago, so icy everywhere, but it's icy in our yard. And our dog, Chloe, again, it's so weird. She's such a weird dog, but we love her. And every night we go through the same routine. And now that we've got a baby at the house, across the way.
Yeah, maybe you should clarify the living situation for those who haven't followed.
I was going to get there. We got a baby living at the other house.
I don't want it to make it seem like we're all living in a tent, like a community. I don't want it to make it seem culty, even though it is a bit culty.
Oh, it's so culty. Okay, so but anyway, there's 2 houses here on the 3 acres that we have. 350 feet separates the 2 houses. I've never measured it, but that's roughly the distance. But now that 350 feet is literally a luge track.
Yeah.
And so, and every night, Chloe does the same thing. I feed her final meal of the night, let her out for a pee because she's going to be in the house for a long time overnight. And for some unknown reason, she wants to go to that other house.
Every time. I think she does checks.
Yeah.
Like to make sure she locks up for the night.
Right. So
she wants to check out the property, make sure everything is looking good before she goes to sleep.
I will literally be outside in my robe and snow boots, and I'll be outside, and she will just blow by me and go to the other house. And then she'll just stand in the dark. She's a black lab. So all I can see is these like devil eyes looking back at me. And I'm calling her name, and she's just standing on their deck looking at me. And I'm like, Chloe, please. And you try with, nice, encouraging words. You then start to swear at her, and she just stares at you.
Chloe has a unique feature that not all dogs have, where she just shuts down.
Yeah.
She goes into shutdown mode, and she's just standing there staring blankly at you, and she's completely an NPC. Like she's checked out, and there's nothing really you can do to get her to snap out of it. She kind of has to just come to the journey on her own.
So I literally have to go. You almost have to touch her to reboot her.
Yeah, she needs to be rebooted.
So I'm going there, and I'm swearing the whole way.
And it's so icy.
And I'm in my snow boots. I might have even been in Karen's Crocs. Like, again, I am my own worst enemy.
Yeah, part of that is on you, especially because we've said that there are ice picks on the property that you can put on the bottom of your shoes.
Right.
Like,
Well,
you could have been in better footwear.
I could have, but whatever I was wearing, and I slipped, and I didn't fall. And I think it'd have been better if I'd have fallen on my ass.
And had some impact.
Because what I did was I caught myself.
Yeah.
And I didn't, I went, okay, and I got Chloe, and lucky I didn't fall. And then I got back to the house, and then about a half an hour later, I'm like, oh my gosh, is my hip ever hurting? Why is it hurting? Oh, that's why. You're 55 years old, and sometimes even phantom falling is going to cause issues, right? So now here I am living with this thing, and it is just literally, I can sit like right now, no pain. I can lay, no pain. But as soon as I get up, you guys have seen it. It's like somebody's hammered a spike into my hip.
Yeah, you're being so brave about it too.
And the last thing that my daughter-in-law, Leslie, wants to hear is she continues to unswell, apparently, from having a baby.
Yeah.
Is me complaining about my
constantly.
hip. Right.
Yeah.
So today I was just I went and bought your mom flowers, and while I was standing to get them, I was almost screaming in pain just from standing. And it wasn't because I was buying her flowers on Valentine's Day that was painful. But so I said, that's it. I'm going to go to a Medi Center. I think I need to get an x-ray on my hips because something's not right. So I phoned. This is my good Scheetz. It's building up to get there.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're starting with some negativity. But
yeah, but anyway, so I phoned. I don't have my wallet with me because I didn't think I was going to be doing this.
How did you pay for the flowers?
My phone now.
I didn't know you had that hooked up. It seems like a bad idea for you because you lose your phone so much.
No, I don't lose it. But anyway. So it's great. Can I talk really quickly about the flowers?
Of course, they're beautiful.
So I'm getting the flowers, but I'm always aware and I'm thinking of things, right? I'm just kind of while I'm lined up because there's quite a few of us lined up at the flower shop, and I just noticed that the younger the person, the more creative / bougie / nicer the Valentine gifts are. For example, I got like the bouquet for $30.
But it's nice.
Yeah. The guy ahead of me was a little bit younger. He looked like he got about the $40 bouquet.
Okay.
The guy ahead of him was younger. He got the nice bouquet and a big helium balloon with I love you on it.
So you're saying maybe the earlier relationships, the more you spend, because certainly that isn't the trend of how much disposable income you have. Normally, normally that goes up as you get older. So people are spending more money, even though they have less money.
They appear to be more in love earlier on. I don't know if that's the case. It's not in my case, but the guy.
I don't know if the amount of flowers you buy correlates to the amount of love that you have for a person.
What about a helium balloon, though?
I've never caught one, so I wouldn't know.
Really? Not even in this young honeymoon stage you're in? You've never gotten the helium I love you balloon?
I think that Renato wouldn't want that in the house. He'd be like, that's tacky. He does a good job. He always buys me every Valentine's Day a plant. So instead of flowers, because they die so quickly, I usually get a house plant. So he bought me this very cool bamboo plant that hopefully we won't kill, because that's the other thing. Now we have more lives in the house to take care of. But we don't do a lot of flowers. We got a plant. I got a plant, but Leona got some flowers.
Okay.
Our good friends Paige and Bree came over, and they had this beautiful bouquet, and I was kind of like, oh, and they were like, this is for our Valentine. And again, I was like, ooh, and they're like, Leona.
That's perfect. I like the way this started with me talking about getting the dog into slipping and then trying to deal with it into flowers. But I did say to this younger man, I call him a kid, that went by me with his helium balloon. I said, hey, just an observation. It seems like the younger you are, the nicer the gift for your Valentine. He says, you know what? I know I look young, but I've been married 7 years. I said, oh, I'm 33, 37 with a wind chill. And he looked at me like he didn't get it.
No, he was too in love. He was blinded by love today.
He was taking that helium balloon, which, by the way, helium's supposed to be becoming non-existent.
It's very hard. That's what I was going to say. Are you sure it was real helium? Because that's hard to track down.
It was floating. I don't know.
It's hard to.
They had some kind of a gas in it that made it float.
Becoming hard to find.
Yeah. Okay. So I get out of the flower store and I phone the Medi Center. I thought there was one in that area, and there wasn't one in that area. So I looked, and the one at Heritage had a 1 hour wait. And I thought, 1 hour? Well, that's not bad.
No.
So I phoned and I got a lady named Cheryl. And this is where the good Scheetz begins.
Okay.
I said, hi, Cheryl. She said, hi. I said, this is like a version of the man cold. I got the man hip going on.
That's what I was actually going to make that comparison, is especially when you compare it to Leslie, who is recovering from childbirth, and you're the one screaming all the time when you stand up. that is something else.
So I said to her, I realize that this is not the time or the place for this. Medi centers are supposed to be full of people that need urgent, constant, or immediate care, RSV or whatever, and all sorts of things going on. I said, but I don't know what's going on with this thing. And she says, well, okay. She says, how long will it take you to get here? I said, 10 minutes. And that was kind of a lie, but you know how you kind of shorten.
How far away were you?
Well, I was in Terwilliger, and I needed to get to Heritage. So it turned out to be about 10 minutes. But she says, okay. I said, do I need my health card? And she says, what's your phone number? I gave it to her. She says, oh, I know. I put you on the list. You're good to go. Just be here in 10 minutes. I said, I'm bringing my wife's flowers for you. And she said, don't do that.
Thank goodness.
I walk into the Heritage Medi Center, and there's not one person in a seat.
There's nobody waiting.
No, it looked like a zombie apocalypse, which would be a weird thing for a Medi Center. But she says, hey. And I said, hi, I'm Chris. She says, okay, yeah, we've been expecting you. And she takes me right into office number 6 or door number 6.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, my gosh, 6 is my lucky number. She says, it is? I said, no. But
today it is.
So she got me in. The doctor came in, confirmed there's nothing they could do for me. She felt around, and it was I'll say it. It was funny because she had to kind of pull my pants down a bit to feel on my hip, and I was going to say, hey, it is Valentine's Day.
Oh my gosh, I don't think you should be harassing the young doctors at the medical center.
Is that okay, Renato?
As long as you gave her Karis flowers.
That is truly, yeah. Anyway.
So the diagnosis is unconfirmed.
She said basically, I don't know, you've got movement. Why? I don't know what's going on. She says, 4 days, it should be getting better. But she said, in 2 weeks or a month, if it's not better, get an x-ray. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay. If in 2 weeks or a month, basically, you guys are going to deal with a lot if that happens.
She told you to grow up. We are trying to be sympathetic. I'm trying to be sympathetic. But it just seems so random. Yeah. Like, you'll be ripping around. Yeah. You are not a person that is good at sitting still and letting something heal. So you're ripping around doing things. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you're screaming. Yeah. And then you're doing something and you're fine for an hour, and then you're screaming. And I'm just trying to follow the journey here.
I don't know. I don't get it either. But it seems like, that as long as I'm sitting, it's fine, but I don't sit well. And
you
so
don't rest.
That's kind of my issue. But anyway, shout out. How many people compliment the current condition of the healthcare system in this province? I had a great experience, and I was 100% abusing it, obviously, because I probably shouldn't have gone in, but I
don't know.
thought I was going to get an X-ray.
I think that if you're in pain, you should go to a doctor or try to find a doctor.
I have, and again, I'm not comparing it to childbirth or what do they call those things they say are like childbirth? When you get you got to pass gallstones.
Oh, I mean, okay.
Gallstones through your
kidney stones.
Or kidney stones. Kidney stones are bad because you got to pass them through your
urethra.
Your wooker.
Oh my
Wait, what's a wooker?
Oh my god!
I've never heard that term before.
I'm sorry, Bailey.
This is quite an episode.
And your mom said, maybe we should put me on muscle relaxants. Can you imagine if that would happen?
Yeah, we thought you might want to take a pill and then just do the podcast and see what happens.
I have never had a gummy. It could be this.
You might need to, yeah.
Anyway, shout out to Cheryl. Shout out to the Heritage Medi Center. And I've gone there before, and you get pretty quick results, like as far as the wait time. The one at Ellerslie Road, too, is pretty quick.
Do you think that people were too in love today to deal with their ailments? Like nobody was going to the Medi Center because it was the day of love?
I think in about a month there'll be some ailments because of it.
An ailment the last 9 months.
No. I was thinking penicillin.
Oh, I thought you meant like they're going to get pregnant.
Ailments of the wooker. I have never, I think we can confirm that I have said a word I have never said in my life today on this podcast.
Clip that one.
Is that the episode title?
No.
Yes.
No.
It's like
Wooker
lightning crunch.
ailments.
They can't all be weird sexual words. No.
Hey, we want this thing to grow, so to speak. We got to talk more about wookers.
Oh my goodness.
Is that a pun?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm no Gene Principe, but I'm trying my best. It's getting hot in here.
Oh.
Okay, now, again, please comment, subscribe, and like, because you're not going to get this anywhere else on the planet.
I think the thing that confuses me most about this entire segment is what you put on your show prep for Good Scheetz is taco salad. This is what it turned into.
How do we go from taco salad to
I'm
wookers?
looking at the document and it says taco salad.
It's another euphemism.
Oh my gosh.
No, I love taco salad. It's the best salad you could possibly have. And we had some taco salad. So I was going to kind of mention that, but
Then you just went all, are you sure you're not on muscle relaxants or something? Oh my goodness.
what's your Good Scheetz, Bailey? Brought to you by Alt-Tech.
Yeah, Alt-Tech is
Alt-tech.ca.
Yes. My Good Scheetz is actually also medical related.
Come on.
Yeah. Less of
It's not taco salad related?
No, I did. That was you that wrote that.
Because my bullshits could be the fact that you will not have taco salad. We got to make you taco salad less the
dressing. I don't
the
like
Catalina
I don't
dressing.
like the. Yeah, I'm very specific about dressings.
So it's not
but
taco salad then.
Anyway,
Whatever.
it has the taco. It has all of the taco fixings in it, so it is.
Tell us about your medical experience.
Yes, well, it isn't mine actually, but I did want to talk about the fact that as of yesterday, officially, as we're recording this, February 13th, Leona turned 18 months old.
Yes.
So it was her half birthday, which I love a half birthday. And 18 months, I think, for me so far, this is just part of the Good Scheetz, has been the best age. I say that every age is my favorite age, every age that happens. Like when I look back now, I'm like, wow, I really love having a toddler versus having a baby. I loved having a baby, but she's just so much fun. She's doing so many new things, and you can really communicate with her in a way that we haven't been able to. She tells you what she wants, and she tells you what she's thinking and how she's feeling, and it's really, really, really great. But what happens at 18 months, like at 12 months, like at 6 months, like at 9 months, is that there's vaccines that you have to get for the kids. And I'm always a little bit anxious about them just because of her reaction to them. I don't want her to have a sad day. I don't want her to be in pain. And of course, she's going to fall. She's going to hit her head. But when you know that she's getting a bunch of needles and she's going to have a hard day, it's just hard. You know, you wake up that day and you're a little bit...
For the record, the right thing to do, however.
Oh, I don't mean... When I say I'm apprehensive about vaccinations, I mean apprehensive about the actual needles hurting her. Not
Right.
about the vaccines themselves.
Because you know what hurts?
Pertussis. Pertussis, is that the right word?
Exactly.
Pertussis, mumps, rubella, measles. No, 100%. I know that it is a great day
Good.
and
No,
a lucky day.
And I know you're not saying that, but wait, I don't want anyone reading into it.
I mean that getting the actual needles is a tough day because
100%.
it's sad. It's sad.
I wish they could be in
Ice cream.
Or not ice cream. What's the great thing that we like so much now that we're just sucking back those little candies?
Nerds clusters? If you could put the rubella vaccine in a Nerds cluster, that would be really helpful for us.
Yes.
Nerds gummy clusters, they have the ones that burst now. You just burst with the chickenpox vaccine and you're good to go. It's not a bad idea. Science.
I'm just saying.
Science, if you're listening.
Yeah,
Nerds gummy clusters. No.
If you really care, Eli Lilly, or give me some of these other names. What was the COVID vaccine? Pfizer. Come
Moderna.
on, Pfizer. Step it up.
Step it up. Nerds gummy. It is a great collab opportunity for everyone. Anyway, I'm apprehensive about the fact that you can't explain to her what's going on. Like you can explain to her to a point, but she's still so young that I'm like, oh, she's getting 3 of these suckers, and it's just going to be a little bit of a rough hour. Let's just say that much.
I wouldn't have wanted to be there.
Yeah. It's not fun to see. She's not a big crier either, so to see her cry would just be painful. So I was nervous all morning. We had her vaccine appointment booked. We went to the Northeast Community Health Center, which was actually a new place because they moved us, and it doesn't really matter. But I just want to say that the experience was so incredible. And it's so funny to say that my 18-month-old child got 3 needles and left the office of the sweet nurse. Her name was Nova. Shout out to Nova. She was incredible. Mm-hmm. She gave her a big hug. Leona gave her a big hug before she left and didn't want to leave Nova's office. So she
After getting 3 needles.
Got 3.
What does she get at home, this kid? Why is she doesn't want to leave?
Nova made it such a great experience. Leona didn't cry at all. She had stickers, which... I mean, that's a nurse that knows her demographic. She says, I'm doing 18-month-old needles.
She gets it.
I'm going to have some stickers ready. She had toys. She had pamphlets, which Leona loved to read the pamphlets. It was just, Nova went above and beyond, and she was you could tell, just an incredible nurse. Leona instantly felt safe with her, was playing games with her. She even knew by the time we did 2 in one arm and 1 in the other, by the time we're on the second arm, she knows what's coming. And she just trusted her. We left there being like, wow, that was an amazing nurse, and we have a good kid. And now she's protected against all of these different viruses. And with so many things going on in the world right now and vaccine rates going down, I feel really great about that, especially because it ended up being a good day. And she got some puppy stickers.
Nova had mentioned that she used to work at the Stollery, and you could tell, like, she was great with kids.
Yeah. She just, you can tell when someone knows their demo. And she had her Valentine's shirt on. Nova said at one point, you leave Leona with me all day, go have a date day for Valentine's Day. We're having a good time. Like, they just instantly clicked. She doesn't get another shot for 2 more years, but we'll have to track Nova down.
We'll have to come back.
I don't know how we come back.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. And she definitely took the needles better than her dad would have.
Yep.
Why did you say that, Chris?
Is that not true?
No, I'm great with needles. I'm very dramatic at the small things. Like the other night, I stubbed my toe. I think I broke my toe.
He was laying flat on the ground, and I thought that something horrifically wrong. I mean, this is maybe the theme of this episode is just like men getting hurt and overreacting.
Well, I was going to say, at least you had a lot of training with your dad. Yeah. So you're used to somebody that... Drama when it comes to that.
Meanwhile, the 18-month-old, has actual pain and just walks it off.
Yeah. So what happened? Real quick.
Yeah, I stubbed my toe. I'm pretty sure I broke it because it's very bruised. But then I was supposed to play soccer that night, and I had to text the guys and say, I can't play, boys. But then we both went to the mall, right? That was the night we went with Leona, and I was limping, and you were limping.
It was a pathetic account from the men, I will say.
I will say, though, we handled the serious stuff really well. Yeah. The not-so-serious stuff were terrible.
Yeah, and when that happened to you, that incident, when you jammed them there, you called 911, and they said, yes, operator, what's your emergency? And you said, call a tow truck.
I thought I was going to make like some Wooker joke.
No, tow truck.
Okay, I get it.
Okay, that's good.
Anyway, my good Scheetz, I guess, is amazing nurses.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. We love them all.
And just 18-month-olds. I think that toddlers get a bad rep, and there are times when it is challenging because they have big feelings and they're not always the best at communicating everything. But overall, it's such a fun
And that's the problem. Like your mom, the grandma, was talking to me. She said, "We got to remember this kid's a year and a half, and the challenge is that she's the size of a 3-year-old.
Yeah, so people always think she's older.
She's off the graph. You can't even, when you scale her, you can't.
No, she's not. You can't graph how tall and how heavy she is. She's in equal amounts. She's not even taller than she is heavy. She's just equally 99th percentile in everything.
35 and whatever inches tall, and then she's 32 pounds or whatever. Yeah. And the funny thing is that when we looked, Karen, of course, had all this research, so she went back to you at that age. Yeah. You were an inch shorter and a pound less than her. So,
Yeah.
you know, and then they also say that at a year and a half old, girls, you double their height of that age and they will be that height. And that was exactly what happened for you.
Yeah, when mom looked at the data, which again, crazy, she stores everything. She's like she remembers everything and then has all this information.
Yeah.
But if you exactly doubled my height at 18 months old, it's the height I am now. So Leona's going to be tall, but not as tall as maybe we thought.
Yeah, it's
just
probably
under
5'11" or so.
Yeah, just under 6 feet.
Basketball.
Yeah, we got to get her on a court.
Basketball.
We got to get her somewhere.
Either that or shot put.
We got to use her size, and we got to use it to our advantage.
We could talk about her all.
Oh.
The fact that now she doesn't like pooping in her diaper, so she's starting to she's
trying to potty train herself.
Right. So she did have one bowel movement on the potty, and it literally petrified her.
Maybe this could be my actual bullshits because it is. But then she did go to have a bowel movement in her potty and then cried so much because she loves her potty and now there was poop in her potty and she was so upset that there was poop in her potty, and so I panicked and I said, okay, Leona, we're gonna say bye to the poop, we're gonna put it in the toilet, the big girl toilet, and then we're gonna flush it. And then when I flushed her poop, she was crying because she had to say bye to her poop.
One of my favorite sayings of all time, and it would fit for this one, is "There's poop in my potty." No shit, Sherlock.
And then so she was sad that it was in her potty, and then sad that it got flushed. So I don't know what she wanted.
Bye.
But she also is sad when she poops in her diaper. So we're kind of at a crossroads here. And so now when she comes into the bathroom, even if she hasn't gone yet, she goes, "Bye, pooped. Bye, pooped," because the toilet stole her pooped. But the way she's trying to potty train herself, we are not ready for that journey at all, but she hates pooping in her diaper, so we're working on it.
Okay.
It's going to be a slow transition, I think.
Good Scheetz, brought to you by Alt Tech. Read it, Bailey.
Okay.
Read it.
Oh my gosh. Real IT solutions for business that want to build a better future. Visit alt-tech. Oh my gosh, now I'm screwing it up. Visit alt-tech.ca.
Yeah, it's so easy to do, isn't it? Let's do this. It's time for Bullsheets now. Brought to you by Cook County Saloon and Steakhouse. They would have had incredible Valentine's. It was Love
at First Light, which was a group that they brought in, and it's like a singles event.
They've got so much great stuff going on at Cook County. We've got some exciting things with Alberta Dreams we'll be talking about coming up as well. But anyway, Cook County is the place to go. I bet you they had a great night after the Hardy concert the other night as well. On the Friday night, I'm sure that place was crazy. Hardy, who knows? I don't know if he showed up, but it's kind of a Cook County thing where
we're assuming
the bands always show up, or the acts always show up at Cook County, right?
Yeah, Hardy did say in his concert we attended, and he said we're all exhausted, so maybe he didn't.
Okay.
But he's out. We've been on the road for 3 weeks straight, haven't taken a break. We're all exhausted, but we're giving you our all. So I think he might have went to sleep.
Okay. Okay. He doesn't look like this kind of guy that would. He's not a quitter. I don't know.
I think he fights. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's probably.
I was watching.
He shotgunned a beer to end the show.
I was watching something with Hardy. He was doing like just kind of an acoustic songwriter event at the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville, and he talked about him and his relationship with Morgan Wallen. And he said, talk about two guys you don't want to see walk into your bar. Me and Morgan Wallen, right?
They're going to cause some trouble.
Yeah. But you know what? Cook County Saloon is the place, and the steakhouse is great, and it's just it's a fantastic thing. All right, your Bullsheets. Did we already talk about it? I can't even remember. What is your Bullsheets?
Yeah, my Bullsheets actually has to do with the Hardy concert.
Okay.
Because when we were leaving, I saw a girl in a stunning outfit. Okay. I immediately clocked her. She looked amazing. Her hair looked amazing. Her makeup looked amazing, but her outfit was so cool. It was this denim set, and it was blue, and it had kind of a horse pattern on it. Everything about it, I was like, I need this outfit so badly. She was walking towards me, and my Bullsheets is gatekeeping your clothes.
What does gatekeeping mean?
Preventing others from having access to something that you have, or hiding it, kind of. So I come up to her, and I'm like, you look amazing. Your outfit is perfect.
Okay.
And she looks at me. She does not give me the time of day. I'm kind of hoping she lets me know where it's from, because that's sort of what I'm asking.
Okay.
And she says, "Oh, thank you," and then just immediately walks away, and I didn't even get a chance to ask. So I don't know for sure that she was gatekeeping her outfit from me, but I just don't like when when people have something and they don't want to share it. You know, if you have something good with the world,
Like
who cares?
gatekeeping a recipe.
Yes, and people do that very much. I don't have as much problem with that because I don't need to cook. But gatekeeping an outfit, gatekeeping a skincare product, a hair product, there's all kinds of gatekeeping going on, especially online. On TikToks, girls will wear cute things, and if they don't reply to the comments when people ask, they're like, she's gatekeeping.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard the term in country music. There'd be country music gatekeepers, like radio stations that refuse to play stuff that they don't think fits. For example.
You're gatekeeping.
You're gatekeeping it. You're keeping that gate closed. You're not allowing it to happen.
But that was me with this girl's denim outfit.
And she did not share it. And then you also had the slightly or very impaired girl on the elevator who thought you looked like Ella Langley.
Yeah, she called me Ella Langley in the washroom.
Yeah.
And then we saw her in the elevator. She says, Ella! And I was like, it was worth leaving the house just for that moment. I don't think she could see anything. She just saw bangs and said it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take that one.
She's choosing Texas.
She's got a new one.
By the way. Yeah, this one's really cool, too. It's,
yeah.
I want to
be her.
Be hurt.
Yeah.
Be her.
I want to be her. I want to be her. It's really good.
I want to be hurt by or whatever.
It's good. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, gatekeeping closed. The joke is on her because I am, above all, an incredible internet sleuth. And just by looking at her outfit for 3 seconds, I was able to find it on Google.
Nice try, gatekeeper.
Yeah, but she did look great. I'll give her that.
Nice try. All
That's
right.
my bullshits, though. Just share stuff with people.
Okay. And
I'm never going to see you again. Let me wear your cool denim outfit.
My bullshits is done because I've talked about phantom injuries, so I got ahead of the case. But I mean, injuries that happen from ridiculously little things. Like if you do something, do it right.
Yeah,
and then you go, okay, well, I broke my whatever because of that. But it's like, again, the
like if you're gonna get hurt, do it like Lindsey Vonn.
Yeah.
That's not a phantom injury.
Yeah, go down a black diamond ski hill
with no ACL.
With no ACL, at least 100 kilometers an hour, and wonder why 12 seconds in you've broke your leg in three places.
But that's the opposite of what you did, basically. Like she earned that injury in a way that you truly didn't.
Yeah, like if I would have been in the Olympics and that would have happened, chasing my dog in my wife's Crocs,
and your robe.
In my robe. I would have said, okay, that makes sense, but this just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, no,
well, I think that phantom injuries are something that creep up a lot more as you age.
Exactly.
I don't think that many 20-year-olds are getting hurt for
like
no
there
reason.
are people that have absolutely pulled muscles in their body going to the washroom.
I would love to hear what we talked about, how you were Canada down and you pulled your sciatic standing up
doing a standing ovation
for the troops.
Yeah,
I would love to hear from the Scheetz heads on weird and phantom ways that they've injured themselves.
Yeah,
we'll have to put a poll up for that.
The stupidest thing, like petting your cat.
Oh, I'm sure there's just
not
silly
that petting
things.
your cat's a stupid thing. But,
no,
but I bet it's happened.
Definitely.
You know.
Yeah. I can't think. I don't know if I've ever injured myself in a weird way. Not really.
Well, I injure myself like every 2 weeks picking up Leona.
Yeah.
Like she's such a heavy kid. And I think most kids by the time they're 35 pounds are like 3 years old. So you're not lifting them as much.
Yeah.
But every like 2 weeks I wake up and I tell Bailey, I'm like, oh, my neck is frigged. And she's like, not again.
Yeah. At my
pick her up with your legs.
I know.
At my
Bend your
workout
knees.
class this week, there was one exercise that we did, and I'm never like the top of the group in the exercises. Like I'm doing my best, I'm trying really hard. There was one where you took a 40-pound medicine ball and you were just carrying it around and walking, trying to like walk as best you could. And I was ripping. I was absolutely lapping everyone else. And the trainer was like, "Whoa!" And I said, "This is easier than carrying my toddler. At least this medicine ball isn't hitting me in the face while I'm doing it." So I am training for something. It's just carrying specifically 35 pounds around all the time.
That is so funny. All right. That would be Bullsheets, brought to you by Cook County Saloon and Steakhouse. It's time for Trending Now. Brought to you by Londonderry Dodge. I'm going to see the boys at Londonderry this week. It's a sad, sad time. I'll be taking my Rebel Ram, the black Rebel Ram, in because it's time for another vehicle. And I've loved that truck.
It's done really well for you.
I don't think I've ever loved a vehicle more than that one. Like I don't know. It's
you
just
feel pretty cool.
It's so great. It has it's got a beautiful, like literally a screen bigger than my laptop screen, which is crazy. And then it's got a screen for the passenger as well. We've talked about that. And it's just a beautiful truck. And they've got them there. You've got your beautiful vehicle that you guys love.
The Jeep Compass Trailhawk.
Yeah. Yeah, we rode in it. Well, where did we go? We rode in it recently somewhere. I was in the front seat. Maybe I'm having a flashback, but anyway.
You and Ren went somewhere.
Yeah.
To West Edmonton Mall, no?
No, I don't know. We went somewhere together. The bottom line is Londonderry will hook you up with one of those great vehicles, and they will give you a great price, and the after-sale service is fantastic, so do yourself a favor and check it out.
I think it was the hockey game when we used to have those. The Oilers game.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty good indication because trending today this week is all about the Olympics. And we'll get into the big subject of the week, which is crazy considering the man that's certainly in the middle of it all was on the show just a couple of weeks ago. Who would have thought? But let's talk Olympics generally first. You talked about Lindsey Vonn. Unfortunately, at the time of this taping, Canada has not been doing as well as expected in the Olympics in Italy. Most said, as far as I saw anyway, the reading that I did, that they were expected to be one of the top medal earners so far. And at this point, we have not gotten a gold medal yet. We have not been number one in anything. We, maybe swearing, but we'll get to that in a moment. But we're like 8 medals. Shout out to Norway. Has 5 million people, 5.5 million people. So it's basically the size of Alberta. They're leading the way with like 20 medals. And I know they got one cross-country skier. The cross-country skis up a mountain 10 miles an hour.
11. That video, I think about it every day since I've seen it.
Yeah.
How he runs up the mountain in his skis.
Yeah.
Straight up a mountain in his skis, way faster than I could ever run down a hill. Like
I could, roll down a hill.
That is incredible physical. Like, that video is mind blowing. If you haven't seen it, he's running up the hill in his skis.
I don't think I could drive up that hill any faster with the Ram Rebel.
It's really
from Londonderry.
It's crazy,
right?
Yeah. So,
but anyway, shout out to Norway, this little country that could, and it's been kind of disappointing. We just have had some things not necessarily work out for us. We've had people that have just about like they were this close, like 0.2 seconds away from winning the gold, and it's just it's that close, and you get heartbreak and all those kind of things. So it just doesn't appear to be our year. Of course, the whole joke of the matter is if we win the gold in men's hockey, all of that will be forgotten.
Women's hockey
and women's hockey too. I'm not saying that's not going to happen, but it's not looking great. The Americans seem to have our number this time, but one game.
Hey,
you know what?
MPP is back, which is huge for the women because she
Marie
got hurt. Marie-Philippe Poulin. Yeah, she got hurt, and that was a huge blow when your captain goes down like that. So I think that having her back will be good mentally. I do have to wonder if I follow a lot of the Canadian Olympians, and I've been seeing a lot of the pasta and pizza as mentioned, and they have this little pasta that's shaped like Olympic rings. You have to wonder if that's a factor.
Like if you think we're
overeating.
It's kind of like in basically any CFL team that would go into Montreal and play the Montreal Alouettes. They'd usually play on a Sunday afternoon, and they just said these teams had such a tough time because of the Saturday night in Montreal before.
Party, yeah.
Vegas, same thing, right? I mean, they've got just a natural advantage. I wonder if the pasta isn't the problem.
You have to think. If it were me, it would be a massive problem to be around that much amazing food.
I know Italy. I've trained 4 years for this, but man, this rigatoni looks way too good.
And that's something that might be the only thing the Olympians and I have in common. They say when in Rome, but it's when in Milano Cortina, I guess. I'm just joking about that. I'm sure Canada is going to pull up their socks here. I think we've got some stuff coming out.
I'm not trying to be negative, but it's going to take a lot for the Canadian women to win.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot for the Canadian men to lose. That's the way it's looking. Like, again, Connor McDavid.
In hockey.
Yeah. Connor McDavid is literally he looks like his destiny is here, and we just hope that it continues at the Olympics and then continues into the playoffs, with his team. But we'll see where it all goes. But go Canada, go. Okay, let's talk about the biggest topic. How do we start this?
The craziest thing is that the biggest topic to come out of the Olympics thus far for Canada is curling, which is. Something to be said about that because curling isn't usually the hot button topic, but it is. It's what everyone is talking about, and not just everyone in Canada, not just everyone watching the Olympics. It's everyone in the world now.
No, it's literally gotten that big.
Yeah.
And you're right. If you're the Canadian Curling Association, you may be going, oh yeah, we don't. The controversy's not great, but but behind the scenes, they're going, yes.
Curling is getting a lot of clicks.
Yes, it is.
Including on the Talking Scheetz Instagram as well.
Yeah, we've got, if you add them up, it's almost 1 million views of our interview with Mark Kennedy. And again, if you're not familiar with it, get out from under that curling rock.
We've got some good puns going.
You've been
We
living
are
under.
little genes here.
You've been living under. But there was a game.
Friend of the show, Mark Kennedy.
Friend of the show. Yeah, friend of the show, Mark Kennedy. We'll have his back no matter what. But at the end of the day, they were curling against Sweden. Nicodine is the curler's name, who's the skip, and they curl against each other constantly. They play in all of these big bonspiels across the planet, including in Canada. So these guys know each other very well, and they talk about these curlers. I mean, I'm sure after they curl, they probably all get together and have a drink and things like that. But when they're curling for an Olympic gold medal, things are serious.
It's heated.
And Mark, I asked him the question when he was on the show, and you can go back and watch it and listen to it. But I said, how hard is it not to swear when you're in the middle of this heated rivalry, which is something funny to say right now. But when you're in the middle of this, and he said it's tough. And in fairness, it is tough. Like no other sport do they have live microphones on people that are competing at this kind of level. No. If they had live microphones on all the hockey players, I mean, we hear it sometimes. You can hear it during a game where somebody will just yell out,
F-bombs or whatever it is.
You can imagine what they're saying to each other.
Yeah.
But we never ever hear it. But in curling,
you're constantly mic'd up.
Yeah,
for the entire game,
men and women. So it's tough. So you're going through the highs and the lows of the experience, and you're mic'd up. And Mark in the interview said, we've asked for like a 5-second delay at least. Like
it is crazy that we talked about this with him mere weeks ago. And now we're seeing it play out on the world stage in the biggest way ever. Because he shared some frustrations about how hard people are on curlers who show emotion and curlers who swear or say things on the mic that people don't want to hear. But yet they have to compete and they have to be competitors, and it's also just they have to be themselves out there, and it's hard. It's just crazy that we had this conversation and now it's playing out in the way it is.
And so there's two sides to this. Obviously, there was the reaction when you're in the middle of the game, and then somebody says, "Hey," gives you kind of a side comment about cheating, and again, we don't want to get into the controversy of that and whether it's right or wrong, or
if you touch the rock, whatever. That's
hog line, things like that. You know what? At the end of the day, the truth of the matter is a lot of that stuff, I mean, should probably be dealt with when it comes to the officials and things like that. And obviously Oscar, as we know from Sweden,
he was not happy.
He was not happy. But you know what? We stand by our guy. We stand by Mark Kennedy, and it was just the irony of talking to him about that. And again, none of that probably plays out if there's a 5-second delay. Then the world doesn't get to hear it.
That's what's so crazy is how public it became so quickly. And I think the reason that it went so viral, them coming at each other a little bit, is just because it's so unexpected in curling. But you know what? I'm here to say, add a little bit of spice to curling. Like it's not the sport that people think of as the most intense or sexiest or whatever. But when you see that, it's like these are real athletes competing in the same way that the hockey players are. They're playing their sport and they really want to win.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they do.
And Mark did say he's a swearer. Yeah. He said it in our interview.
And my favorite part is when he said, "And I'm not the swearer in the family. My wife's worse."
Yeah. He says she's from the East Coast. He said she was born with the F word in her mouth. So you know what? It's not like he pretended to be somebody he wasn't on that podcast. And I when we clipped it for our Instagram and TikTok, I clipped it because I really liked his explanation of it and how he's feeling heated in that moment and how it's hard to keep composure, but you also want to be a competitor. And so I really liked how he explained himself, and it just was so relevant to what had happened in the Sweden game. But then all of Sweden's curling fans are in our comments now. I don't know. We've upset the Swedes, and I have to say, I didn't think that Sweden was such a fiery population.
I think that's the story of this too, is the fact that it's Sweden and Canada.
Yeah, like what an interesting heated rivalry. But the Swedes in our comments, it blew up overnight because the Swedes were awake when I was asleep, and I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, all of these people with dots above the vowels in their names are very angry, and they're not even talking about what the real was, which is him talking about swearing and being mic'd up and how hard that was. I really liked how he explained that, so that's why we shared it. We did not share it to have a Swedish attack going on Instagram, so I'm so sorry to Mark Kennedy if he sees those comments and is like, what are they doing? I just wanted to share his really, I think, eloquent comment about it that he shared with us weeks prior. And
you know what? The irony of the whole situation is that we're so worried about NATO not continuing, and we might have created the biggest division in NATO between Sweden and Canada.
This has to be the biggest conflict between Sweden and Canada that's ever happened.
Okay, I wish I knew the words in Swedish. Although, is it Swedish English?
No.
How come most of these Swedes have such great English? Have you ever noticed that?
Well, almost a lot of other countries have really, really good English. We're the country that doesn't like learn other languages as much. Most European people in Europe and the Netherlands and things like that learn like 4 languages. Like they all just know a bunch of languages. But,
okay, well, I'm going to Google.
Are you going to say sorry?
Yeah.
To the Swedes, because the Swedes are mad at talking Scheetz. Like we're getting some Swedish hate, and you know what? We love IKEA. Yeah. We love IKEA. We love meatballs.
Yeah.
We love Matthias Ekholm.
You know what? I love blonde hair.
Blonde hair.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on.
Vikings.
And while Chris looks this up, I have to make a comment. I think it was you, Bailey, who said curling isn't traditionally viewed as the sexy sport, but I think curling is a sexy sport, and you know why?
Why?
Because they're always hard.
Oh my gosh. I didn't expect this from you today.
I knew Chris would enjoy it.
He's just too busy translating Swedish words.
Okay, here it is. Mm-hmm. How to say sorry in Swedish. So, all right, everybody in Sweden, on behalf of Mark Kennedy.
Well, I don't think we should speak for him.
On behalf of Chris and Bailey.
Yeah, that's it. And producer Renato.
And producer Renato. And all of Canada. Ledsen. Yes.
We're so sorry. What are we sorry for specifically?
We're sorry for fire and yap.
In the comments.
Yeah. Now, how do you say the
We're not sorry for beating you in the game, though.
Now, how do you say the F word in Swedish? No, I'm just... Mother Dough Bread Co. Again, if you are close to having your baby and you want to go into labor, Mother Dough Bread Co. Get yourself one of their hot sandwiches and it'll make it happen.
Yeah.
We've lived it. Sweet Georgia wouldn't be, she never would have given birth if it wasn't for Mother Dough Bread Co. She'd be 42 weeks pregnant right now. If
More than that,
If it wasn't for Mother Dough Bread Co., we wouldn't have seen our little red-headed firecracker. The sandwiches are great. I was there this week, talked to Lauren, who's the chief Mother Dough.
The manager?
I guess.
I think she's the store manager.
Sure. And she was
or the chief Mother Dough.
She was just saying, remind folks about our catering options. You can get Mother Dough to cater anything you would like them to. You can bring your office in for a group meal. You can just go in and get yourself some bread, some beautiful loaves of sourdough.
You can get sourdough, focaccia, cinnamon buns.
Yeah.
You can get a baguette.
I literally can smell it now that we're talking about it.
Oh, I can taste it. I know. It's the best.
Mother Dough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Located in
Winterburn Point.
Yeah,
it's west side.
Yeah. And they're great people. They really are. Shout out to Mother Dough. They will make your baby come.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know if that's the best. I think maybe we should go with the great bread makes great sandwiches more than the baby thing. I don't know why you keep saying we should talk about them bringing babies on.
I mean, we did talk about it in depth last week, and we could probably move on from it. But great bread makes a great sandwich. I wanted to highlight the Sunday beef pot roast sandwich, which a pot roast, it's like so classic and comforting. It tastes like something that your mom made homemade, but your mom doesn't have to make it. You can just pick it up. It's got beef chuck roast, natural gravy. I'm not sure what makes it natural, but it's delicious. And horseradish mayo, which I know not everybody loves a horseradish, but horseradish mayo is delicious.
Oh, I love horseradish.
Yeah, me too.
Horseradish mayo, eh?
It's good. It's good.
I think
the Sunday beef pot roast. You can have it any day of the week, though, even though it's called the Sunday.
Could you put ketchup on it, you think?
I think they would let you do that.
I like ketchup on my pot roast. No?
Sure.
I don't know.
You put ketchup on everything.
I don't think that you need to make a a mother dough sandwich. I don't think you need to add anything.
No, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. They put everything in it you possibly need. Mother Dough Bread Co. Check them out today. It's time for Community Scheetz, brought to you by Crystal Glass. Crystal Glass, they have been servicing drivers, homeowners, and businesses across Western Canada for 70 years, led by Ed Bean at first, and then Ken Franchuk, who, again, continues to do amazing things in our community. That's why they give you Community Scheetz. We have two vehicles. We've got the Londonderry Dodge vehicle that we're, driving, and we're so blessed to drive. And we also have an old Dodge pickup that we just kind of keep around the places. Our what would you call it?
Chorin truck?
Chore truck.
Your chorin truck.
It's our chorin truck.
Sure.
And your mom said, I want a new windshield in that puppy. So, you know where we're going to go.
Crystal Glass.
Crystal Glass. They will do us right, and they'll do you right as well. Community Scheetz, some things to talk about that are just ending. First of all, the world's longest hockey game, I believe, ends Monday when this is released. Shout out to everybody that's been a part of that. Matt, again, DeBurs from the radio station Kissin' Country that I worked with. I said,
You're eating your words.
I have to eat my words. I said, when he told me he was going to skate for 11 days with these guys, I said, Matt, I want you to do it, but you won't.
And he's doing it.
And he's doing it. And there were some tough times there.
Yeah.
We all came and gave him a little bit of a pep talk, and his feet were sore and blistered like everybody
Was that
else's.
what the foam was for?
To put on the bottom of his skates, inside, like insoles. But he pulled it off, Matt. I am so proud of you as your whatever second dad. I am very proud of you and everybody that pulled that off. They were trying to raise $1 million. I'm just going to assume they did because they were getting close, and it's for cancer, and it was amazing. Shout out to them.
Good for them. That is not an easy feat.
That is a minor understatement. That is an Olympic event. That is an Olympic event more than, and Olympic events are not easy. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the guy that goes up the hill, the mountain.
Running up the hill in his skis.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But to go for 11 days playing hockey, incredible.
Something else. They should all get medals. Maybe it would up our medal count.
I think that's a great idea. So anyway, shout out to them. Shout out to the Family Day Classic that happened this past weekend. I went and checked it out. It's just a great thing at the Terwilliger Rinks with all these kids playing for other kids at the Stollery. So that was an amazing feat. We also had with Alberta Dreams on Monday, if you're hearing this before 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday the 16th, the Family Day event with Alberta Dreams and the concert we'll have at the stage. You remember the stage?
The Phase 4 stage.
Yeah, exactly. We limped there the other night.
Yeah, to check it out. He was like, you know what? I'm in pain, but we have to go see the stage.
Yeah.
And Leona drug you there.
Yeah, she did. She just pulled me, and I got there, and there's an event with the 3 wonderful singers that are going to be performing. Travis Dolter, Jesse Bird, Myra Marshall are all going to be performing, and they've all written songs for Alberta Dreams for our 40th anniversary, and one of them is going to be chosen. The Prairie States, who are an incredible country band, are going to be performing, and we're going to have some special guests stopping by as well.
Cool. It'll be great. Great Family Day activity.
Are you guys
coming? And then you can go shopping.
Are you coming?
I think so.
All right. I like that.
If Renato's toe can make it, we'll see.
If we can find some crutches for me,
Yeah.
then I'll make it.
Leona might make a surprise performance. She might be one of the surprise guests. I don't think you can keep her from the stage.
Only if we play some of the songs from the Tonys.
Yeah, she's going to go up there and say, Minnie Mouse.
Minnie Mouse.
Minnie Mouse.
Minnie Mouse. Your joke, you're mentioning crutches reminds me of a joke. How does herpes get home from the hospital?
How, Chris?
On crotches.
We've made a weird amount of STI jokes today. Like, perhaps more than one is too many.
Okay, speaking of that, I gotta tell my story. Do you know the story I'm gonna tell?
I'm afraid.
No, it's good. It's funny. I went the other week to my doctor for my annual physical, right? And
Which is something we should remind people to do.
I mean, I'm turning 39 in less than a month, and I have a kid now.
39?
So I want to make sure that I'm healthy and everything's good. So basically, he just sends me for blood work, right? He's like, yeah, is everything good? Do you have anything concerned about? No.
Sure.
Here's your paperwork. And then at the end of the appointment, he says, do you need like an STI check? And I said, no, sir. I've been with my wife for 10 years. I think I'm good. He's like, we just have to ask anyway. So,
and then he doubled down and said, are you really
sure?
sure?
He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I promise.
You looked untrustworthy.
I guess so. Like, what did he see in my eyes that prompted him to ask this? Right?
I told him to ask you. What's that got to do with Community Scheetz?
I don't know.
You're the one who brought up the crotches.
I mean, getting tested every once in a while.
Is that not a good dad joke?
Good for the community.
Get tested for STIs community
Yeah,
sheets.
we should.
It is a good thing.
Yeah.
My good friends at Funk's Music, Moving and Storage. Funk's Music would be another good one.
Funky
right?
music.
Yeah, Funk's Moving and Storing. Ken and the good folks there are doing something really cool for maybe the older people in your life. I know what you're thinking. Chris, are you talking about yourself? Maybe people a little bit older than me.
At this point, seeing you walk, I think you're in this demo.
I might need to go to a senior's home.
I don't know. We'd have more room for the podcast studio.
Okay, talk about it for a second.
This is the Senior Services Fair at the Rio Terrace Community Hall on February 21st, so coming up. And it is a free community event connecting seniors, families, and caregivers with trusted local providers offering support for senior living, home care, downsizing, and transition planning. So basically, if you can bring the seniors in your life, if they need any services, this is a trusted place to go to find them the help that they need. And
Awesome.
you might see us there.
You know what? You might, because I might go reluctantly, be taken there for sure.
You definitely walk worse than a lot of the seniors that are going to be there right now.
I am going to a senior's home this week. It's going to be for the Snap Snack Auction. It's happening at a really cool place called Fenwick Heights.
The theme of Community Sheets is seniors today for sure.
It seems to be.
Yeah.
So
I wonder why.
on Thursday, I'm going to be going there. They asked because they heard that I'm a licensed auctioneer now, so they want me to strut my stuff, and they're going to have seniors bidding on things, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you go to these seniors' homes. Honestly, a lot of these people, they don't get enough time and attention from people in their lives because everybody's busy. I'm not blaming anybody. I don't see my mom as much as I should. Not that my mom's at a senior's home.
That's because she makes plans without you. I don't think we should paint Grandma Carol as someone sitting at home waiting for plans. She is booked and busy. That woman has an agenda, and if you can fit into it, that's lucky for you.
I phoned her today just to say hi and happy Valentine's Day, and she's like, "Oh, I'm in Pigeon Lake. We're doing something."
She's always got plans, and it's iconic.
That's a
for
great
sure.
thing.
But
Exactly.
anyway, you're going to be doing
Not all seniors have a plan.
It's like a fun casino.
Yeah,
but
and
it's a fun auction.
Doing auctioneering with and so I haven't done some auctioneering for a couple of weeks. Of course, I am no big deal. I've got my auctioneering school now, but
as the listeners very well know.
yeah. So
do you know what you're going to be auctioning off?
No, I don't know, but it's going to be fun. Maybe lap dances.
Oh my gosh.
I
thought maybe dentures.
There's probably if I know this place, it's like most of them. There's like 2 guys and about 100 women.
Yeah, which is also your ideal audience.
So I might bid. Yeah, I might auction off the 2 guys as like the bachelors, the golden bachelors.
So then at that point you're matchmaking instead of auctioneering.
I mean, if that's the ratio of men to women, they don't need any help.
Yeah,
They're swimming in it.
Do you remember? Again, not to bring this theme up again, but there is the stories about some of these old folks' homes where the sexually
STIs.
Why is this the theme of the episode? I guess it's Valentine's Day.
Go get tested after Valentine's Day, folks.
It's like,
Or before, maybe.
you never know what Grandpa's up to.
Oh
I
my
guess.
goodness.
Especially if he's lucky enough to be the only 2 left standing. It's kind of like Survivor. They all get voted off the island, and there's 2 left. That's it. Thank you, Community Sheets. Brought to you by Crystal Glass. Bailey's got some editing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one got a little sloppy. That's what happens when you're recording at 10:44 p.m.
That's without muscle relaxants.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Kara might have slipped you one because I don't know what you're on today.
Put them in the taco salad.
Thanks to Alltech, Crystal Glass, Londonderry Dodge, Cook County Saloon and Steakhouse, and Mother Dough Bread Co. for giving you whatever just happened.
I don't know. It happened. It's done.
Go Canada, go.
Happy late Valentine's Day.
We love you, Mark Kennedy.
We do.
Even when we got nothing to talk about, there's nowhere I'd rather be. 'Cause there's something about you and me just sitting around talking sheets.